You're listening to European Parliamentary Research Service podcast on the new Digital Europe programme.
The European Commission has proposed a new €9.2 billion programme to build up digital capacity and infrastructure and support a digital single market.
The idea is to align the next long-term EU budget for the years 2021 to 2027 with the new digital realities and allow European citizens and businesses to make the most of this transformation. Want to know more? Stay with us.
Digital technologies, and the internet in particular, have transformed our world and highlighted the need to move from 28 national digital markets to a single one.
This would not only create new opportunities for citizens and businesses, but it could also deliver substantial gains for the EU economy.
According to a study by the European Parliamentary Research Service, completing the digital single market could bring an extra €415 billion annually. That's as much as 3% of the EU's GDP.
Well, that's definitely something to welcome. However, the extent to which Europeans will benefit from this potential and how much economic growth will be created depends on what policy choices and investments the EU makes now.
Deeper integration of digital markets is one of the main priorities of the Juncker Commission. So in order to secure enough support for the EU's digital transformation beyond 2020, it has proposed a new funding programme called Digital Europe with a financial envelope worth €9.2 billion.
Now, if it goes through, this will be the first ever funding programme dedicated solely to supporting digital transformation in the EU. Under the current multi-annual framework, digital policies are financed through various programmes such as Horizon 2020 and the European Regional Development Fund.
So how will it work? Stay with us.
Well, the new fund will operate mainly through co-investments with the member states in areas the Commission considers critical to allow citizens to fully benefit from the digital transformation. What are we talking about?
We're talking about supercomputing and data, artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. And in addition, these capacities will need to be supported by advanced digital skills and made available by both the private and public sectors across societies and economies. But let's take it step by step.
Let's start with supercomputers. The new programme will fund projects to build up and strengthen supercomputing and data processing in Europe, which is crucial to advancing in many areas from healthcare and renewable energy to car safety and cybersecurity.
€2.5 billion is planned to help spread artificial intelligence across the European economy and society. This will be done through initiatives such as the creation of open common European data spaces, the development of open European libraries of algorithms, and co-investment with member states to create digital innovation hubs, providing testing facilities and knowledge to small businesses and local innovators.
To safeguard the EU's digital economy and society, the EU and its member states will also invest money to boost cyber defence and the EU's cybersecurity industry, financing state-of-the-art equipment and infrastructure as well as supporting the development of cybersecurity skills.
To help students, graduates and workers acquire advanced digital skills, long and short-term training courses and on-the-job traineeships will be offered.
Finally, €1.3 billion will ensure the digital transformation of public administration and public services in the areas of healthcare, education, justice, smart cities and culture. Furthermore, digital innovation hubs will be one-stop shops for small and medium-sized enterprises and public administrations, providing advice, access to technological expertise and test facilities.
Now, the new Digital Europe programme won't operate in isolation, but in synergy with other EU programmes such as Horizon Europe, the Connecting Europe facility, and the Regional Development and Cohesion funds.
So what's the view of the European Parliament and other stakeholders? Stay with us.
Completing the digital single market is a top priority for the European Parliament. During discussions on the future EU budget, MEPs underlined the importance of securing financing to support the digital transformation of the European economy and invest in essential technologies such as big data, artificial intelligence and supercomputing, digital infrastructure and skills.
In September 2018, members of the Parliament's Industry Committee discussed their position on the Commission's proposal. While generally welcoming it, the draft report makes a range of suggestions such as putting more money on the table and ensuring the establishment of at least one digital innovation hub per region.
The draft report also stresses the need to address the gender gap within the ICT sector and sees the creation of synergies with other EU programmes as an important condition to guarantee its success.
The committee vote is planned for early December, so we'll have to wait and see what comes out of that. In the meantime, the digital technology industry has already made its views clear. Great initiative, but insufficient funds. So they call on the Commission to beef up the financial envelope.
But negotiations on the next EU budget are proving difficult, as it's not easy to do more with less.
No, it isn't, but failing to address the digital investment gap could risk weakening the EU's innovation capacity and industrial competitiveness. So in the coming months, as debate on the next multi-annual financial framework gathers speed, the EU will need to think carefully about what its priorities are.
You're listening to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcasts.